Well, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us. I am Yori Folani. Two subjects today. As you know, there's the whole cholera thing out there. We've been, hit by, a virulent strain, we understand, of cholera. Lagos has experience in managing these bugs, but it's a bit sad to hear that we've been hit again. Okay, we'll be coming to that, but just before that, let's go over to Plateau State, where we can speak with the Commissioner for Information and Communications, and an important matter there. Mr. Musa Ashoms is the Commissioner for Information and Communications, and there was a disturbance in the course of law enforcement officers trying to enforce an executive order number 003 as issued by the governor. It resulted in something of a fracas. In fact, some reported that at least one was dead, but later on that was, withdrawn. We'll be hearing from the commissioner who knows the whole score, but definitely there were a lot of cars that were torched. Okay, good morning to you, Commissioner Musa Ashoms.
Good morning, Uncle Yori. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for coming on, sir. Now, give us the situation. We understand that for some reason that market has been earmarked for attention, but all the traders in there seem to be unwilling to relocate. Give me the background, sir, from your point of view.
Uncle Yori, the governor issued an executive order 003, which tends to tackle vehicular traffic.
Yes.
And of course, for buildings to be built according to plans.
Okay.
And when we have stray animals, they should be arrested. And for the aesthetics, for the beauty, for the growth and development of Plateau State, that was the essence.
Okay.
And you remember that the deadline for the implementation of this order is on the 10th of June. And a lot of other markets that have been marked for either demolition or relocation, most of them complied. And when the team for enforcement, which is under the Jos Metropolitan Development Board, which is popularly called as JMDB for short, went for implementation yesterday, it faced stiff resistance from people that we can term as miscreants. Because those that ply their trade in those markets didn't do all of these things. And it ended up with people losing their cars because the miscreants touched them, and they destroyed certain shops too.
Were there fatalities?
Yes, naturally, when you have issues like this, you have fatalities. But we thank God that the security agencies, especially that of Bukuru Division, which they call B Division, came in handy, and it was the dust settled early, unlike it used to be in the past.
Okay. Yeah, we're seeing pictures. Sorry, Commissioner, for interrupting you. We're seeing pictures as you were speaking. You said that unfortunately fatalities were recorded. Are you at liberty to, tell us the number? How serious? Even though the loss of one life is important, but how serious?
Yes. Some people sustained injuries of various degrees, but we lost only but a life according to reports.
Okay.
And you will agree with me that this governor has a noble agenda for Plateau State. He has a template for development and growth. But those that have been benefiting from a corrupt system, a system that allows everything to fly, want to put some stiff resistance. And as a government, we're not going to relent. We're going to burn all the candles that we have to see that Plateau State takes a new shape. Okuyori, in Lagos, you know what Morocco used to be.
That's
Today,
right.
there's no Morocco. It's like it never existed. And Plateau State has the kind of weather that you don't have anywhere. It has natural beauty. All you need is for government to do little, for government to control its development, and you have a Kigali here. You know, they call Kigali a city upon 1,000 hills. Just is like that. But people are bent on defacing the city or making it look as if it's a slum upon the hill. And that's not the idea. If you go to a place called Millionaires Quarters in Jos, in the past, if you do not have a particular amount of money, you don't even go to that place. If you do not occupy a particular position in life, you do not sit around there. But today, people are building cubicles. People are using one plot of land to do 4 or 5 houses. You will see that it is not well planned. And we were warned by the Ministry of Water Resources that Plateau is a flood-prone state. Thank God that the rains didn't fall heavy this year, but they might be on the way. And people went and built on waterways. And they expect us as government to just fold our arms and watch. And when there is flood, they begin to say National Emergency Management Agency has not intervened.
Okay.
State Emergency Management Agency has not intervened. So we're a proactive government. We will not wait until our people die before we take action.
Okay.
When this governor came with a clear-cut agenda, with a manifesto that is pro-people. Yes, Uncle Yori, if you are sick, you will take, what do they call this bitter stuff in Yoruba?
Something queen.
No, I wanted to use it in Yoruba. It's not this queen I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay.
Carry on, sir.
And it might be bitter, but at the end of the day, in the interest of your health, you will go through the bitter experience.
Did you say Bobo Nishe? Okay, I hear you. My producers help me out.
Okay. When you have certain elements, you go under the blade. The surgeons will use the blade on you. It's in the interest of your health. After a while, you will recuperate and be better and come and bounce back to life.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. We're going through a surgery phase on the plateau. And certain elements that have benefited from the wrong status quo ante, they want us to maintain it. It's practically impossible.
You spoke.
There's a new sheriff in town.
Commissioner, you spoke about corruption earlier. What do you mean there? Are there some local self-appointed authorities that are exacting tolls? What is the nature of corruption? Because as you've said, if it's a sort of a reserved area, how did people infiltrate it like that and start doing what you're talking about, building shacks and shanties in the names of shops?
You see, just Bukuru Metropolis, like Charles Play, we have about 79 slums, and we call our town city. What are the conditions that make you call it a place, a city? If you Google them, you will find them. If you've been to a city, you will know. People just come and build shops by the corners. They will just bring temporary zinc and all of those things. People will come and occupy places that are meant for parking of cars. People will just build without any plan. People will just take over Market Square and build whatever they feel like building.
One issue. Sorry to interrupt you, sir. I'm very sorry. There are those who will ask that. Wait a minute. All those shops and stores and things that you talk about now, they didn't all materialize overnight. There was a time when there was the first one, then the second one, and the third one. And government didn't take action when there are 4 or 5 of them. Now,
your government is the continuum. But you recall that we came on the 29th of May 2023. And going by the litigations that we faced, you can say technically that we kickstarted on the 12th of January 2024. But be that is made, we will not say, okay, because the past or previous governments washed or didn't have any blueprint for the city, we should also do the same path. As a government, we are redirecting, we are retransforming, we are re-engineering our state. Our governor is a lawyer, but an architect of the building of modern Plateau. So we will not fold our arms and say because in the past people defied the laws and orders, people built indiscriminately, people built without plans, so we should just wait. Like Charles Play, 2023 has become last year. Very soon, 2024 will become, I remember 2024. And when you have stewardship, when the people give you their mandate, you are expected to make something out of it. And in making something out of it, transforming Jos and Bukuru and having the greater Jos master plan come into fruition is one of the cardinal principles of this government. We cannot invite investors to come to a shanty. We cannot invite investors to come to slums. We cannot invite investors to come to places where people cannot park. This is season for Hajj operations. You see people fighting politicians to give them forms, to give them tickets because they want to go to the Holy Land. If the Holy Land isn't beautiful, they wouldn't want to go. Yes, there is the spiritual angle to it. Very soon, people will be going to Israel on pilgrimage. When they go there, they see a lot of breathtaking sceneries. They see aesthetics. They see architecture. They see people building their cities. But here, people want to just allow things to grow on their own. Uncle Yori, if you don't plant something in your mind, something will grow, and you might not like that thing that will grow.
Okay.
So we want to plant. We want to plant a beautiful city. We want to plan a beautiful city, and the time is now. The land is green. You can see my cap. This is our signature cap on the plateau. We cannot be wearing green cap, and our land is not green, and our land is dull, and our land is and our land is sad. So as a government, we've employed the Jos Metropolitan Development Board to take charge and make our city beautiful. Is that a crime? Are we asking for too much? Just obey the law. Let's live and let live, and that's simple. Government is not asking for.
Commissioner, I hear you, and I understand what you're saying, but did government sort of underestimate the response, or was there something of a failure of security? This was an operation essentially of the GMDB, as you've been saying, backed by police. Was there an underestimation as to the response that might come from it? I mean, go ahead.
Uncle Yori, there are communities that we didn't even go because they knew that there is an executive order 003 on their own. They disengaged on their own.
They prepared.
They removed the temporary buildings they had without anything. We just came with a tape and said we marked those areas. Before you came the next day, they had removed their things because they wouldn't want to even stress government. Uncle Yori, destroying these things doesn't come for free. It comes with a fee. So if you even take your things without any fights, if you just do it on your own, without gra-gra, as they will put it, we will not even take equipment there because we rent them, we hire them, we pay money to demolish. So as a state, if we must develop, there are places we must demolish. And the people know too. If you come to the terminus area, where we had some demolition not long ago, you will come and see our metro bus car park, and you will see that it's breathtaking. We've not even constructed an extremely beautiful atmosphere. It's just tarring the place and making our buses to park. That is where they take off from, and that is where they return to.
Okay.
We've created space. In the past, these illegal hawkers, these illegal occupants of our spaces, cubicled our routes. If you ply the same route at night on Koyori, you realize that the road is dual carriage, it is wide, but in the morning when you come, illegal activities will cubicle the road.
Okay.
To even pass with a sedan vehicle is difficult.
Okay.
Talk more of cars that belong us. You know, we have brought metro buses to Plateau State.
Yeah.
People now enjoy what you enjoy in Lagos. People now enjoy what people in London enjoy. I remember when the then managing director of Federal Housing Authority came to Jos. He said we reminded him of London because he had lived there in the past, because he saw metro buses working in Jos.
Okay.
So we want to make our city beautiful.
Okay.
We
Now,
want our people to enjoy what people
I understand that,
enjoy.
Mr. Commissioner. Indeed, I understand that, Mr. Commissioner. And thank you very much for giving us an overview. This is a task that must be done in the interest of the good people of, Jos. And has peace returned now? Calm has returned. Have those people been successfully repelled? And then I wanted to ask, is there going to be any kind of buildings to be structures to be put on the place, or is it just a matter essentially of clearing it out so that all the facilities there can be seen and used? As you said, you go there in the night, it looks like an entirely different area. What's the plan?
Uncle Yori, they were repelled, and we thank the Lord that violence didn't escalate in other parts of the city, thanks to the security agencies. And we're going to arrest some of these perpetrators, because you cannot just come and touch people's cars, vehicles, hard-earned resources, and you go scot-free. Once that is done, people will continue to become rascally. And this is arson. You cannot just come and light up people's cars and you go free.
Indeed.
We have videos, we have people talking, we have people saying things that will not build the peace on the plateau. So, and like I said, Bukuru is one out of too many places that this exercise took place. Terminals, which is the most volatile, we didn't have issues like that because we engage our people. We've had interface with all the people concerned. We've used the Ministry of Information. We have a vehicle called Senerova, which has loudspeaker. We go to these places, park, and give you the right information in the language that you understand. And this announcement didn't just come today on Kuyori. It is execution that we said. And we've gone to Faringada, we've gone to Rukuba Road, we've gone to Gadabu. People around Tina Junction, Bauchi Ring Road, they are evacuating. Nothing has happened. People around the Abattoir axis, to Air Force roundabout. They are evacuating. Nobody took any machine there.
All
But
right,
because
then.
these miscreants want us they want to test the will of government, that's why they came out in their numbers to distract and to even confront the JMDB. That's an affront. That's something that will repel. That's something that as a government we will not take.
So the
we're
matter
hoping that
is well in hand now. The matter is well under control, and
yes, it is.
the business of governance is going on, now.
To the glory of God.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to thank you, sir, for coming and telling us a bit about it. We saw the pictures. Most people have heard about it. Unfortunately, there was, one fatality as it is being reported. Some have even withdrawn that estimate, saying that,
yes.
So we don't know exactly what. But thank you for giving us an overview of what's going on, and that in Plateau State, the progressive drive, the drive for progress is continuing in spite of, some opposition here and there. The work is continuing. It didn't happen in other areas that had a similar situation, but in this area. I want to thank you very much, Mr. Ashams, for coming on the program this morning.
Thank you for having me, Yonko. God bless Plateau State.
Thank you very much.